Hello everyone, Finn Evans here. Today I have a copy of Zathura on the PlayStation 2. The left copy is actually a Canadian exclusive release, and the right copy is an NTSC North American release, or from the US. I wanted to actually cover this specially because, as you can see, there is something special going on with how this is wrapped. As you can see, the SLUS number on the spine has an F on it, and the North American copy does not. I should say US copy. So what is actually happening here is, I believe, let's see what year this was released, 2005. I do know after about 2007, all games in Canada were actually required to be released in French alongside English. So this copy actually, you can still see there's a Y fold in there, but if you look on the spine, so this was sealed again with what looks to be a Canadian or French copy cover art or manual. So it's got a whole new cover art. I find these little small details fascinating. As you can see, it says everyone 10 plus, and then obviously there's some French underneath it. So a little bit different. So this is a alternate cover art that was either printed by some retailer or country law for Canada, in which it was basically resealed. I mean, it was never officially opened. You can see the Y fold in there, and then it was sealed again. Basically, with a additional manual in the back. So this is the French or Canadian exclusive manual that would have been included if you would have bought this. Like, I know Ontario, for example, is a great, it's a pretty big common city that this would have been a retailer for. Excuse me. But I kind of wanted to cover this because I do find this fascinating that they actually had to have a alternate release just because of country law. So I picked this up. It was pretty cheap in Canada. Most Canadian games are actually cheaper than American games. I mean, minus the price to import them. You know, importing out of country is actually very expensive, so you probably wouldn't even break even. It might actually be a little bit more expensive. But their, currency is about 25% less than the United States currently at the time of this video. Just wanted to cover this. I thought it was fascinating enough to make a video out of and collect for. As you can see, it's got a -F for French at the end. Everything else pretty much lines up perfectly. And then let's take a look. Let me zoom out a little bit. Sorry about this. Oops. Alrighty. Let's see what the UPCs are. UPCs are actually the same, which is actually really cool. Normally these Canadian or French copies are a little bit different. As you can see, it only says one player in English. It basically repeats itself, one player and then one player in French. So it's got a little bit extra. Basically says everything again in English and French for the French copy. So I kind of want to cover this. I thought it was unique enough. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm going to try to go for a full exclusive, basically, set of Canadian variants. This is probably going to be very difficult and take quite a long time, but let me know what you guys think. I want to kind of cover everything in all of the different areas for our region of the NTSC region. I currently do not collect for PAL or Japan for those regions, so my collection and all my videos currently are only for the NTSC US, Canada, and Mexico regions. I'm also deciding to cover some of the Brazilian or South American copies that actually are still considered and still have this NTSC region. So, thank you guys so much again for watching. I will see you in the next video.